She feel the most pain?
I'm breakdown because I cannot eat, but I still have to stand strong for my 4-year-old baby because every time I cry, she said, Mommy, Jayden dead. I said, no, Mommy, Jayden alright. I come home. So still, my heart is bleeding inside, but I still have to be strong for the rest. But Jayden, anywhere you are, please, sorry to give you away. Please come on back to Mommy.
Come home, Jayden.
If anything is wrong in the home, I better than the care come give me.
True.
Because I know that I have family that are more than able to help you. So make sure you know say Mommy love you. I always love you. I don't believe say you're dead.
Come on, Jayden.
Anybody ask me for you, I tell them say, one day I come home back. I come home to Mommy. She weak, but wonder how you eat, make you eat. If I eat, I pray over the food. And so hope say Jayden I eat the rain and fall. Tears run from my eye and I know where you live. Even dead, you just want your body.
Ball every day, man.
Just your body, man.
By 3 weeks, you ball every day for 3 weeks.
Make it your body. Make you
That's strong, it's strong.
fine and resting. Yeah. Amen. Nothing more to say.
Jayden Smith is in the underworld, people. So, Jayden Smith is in the...
When the auntie speak out, it seems she was more interested in defending herself, more interested in protecting the reputations of she and her daughter. Now you tell me, which is more important, finding Jayden or defending her family? If she's innocent, she has nothing to worry about. Spend the time searching for Jayden, trying to figure out where he could have been. Instead, you didn't see any hurt, any pain in that woman's facial expression. Now, a child is missing. Everybody needs to be on board. That's the most important thing right now. Jayden has been missing for over 3 weeks. Yes, a lot of people went out. There was a search party, but now it seems as everybody quiet. Like when you know her saltfish for cook, your neighbor you don't want your neighbor to know, so you don't eat nothing. You keep it quiet, you keep it a secret. Now, L.A. Lewis has rejoined the investigation for the search of Jayden. Because, as far as I'm concerned, the police is either they do not know how to investigate a case or simply don't care. My question to the JCF is, if you do not know how to do your work, then you might as well resign. And the reason why I asked this question, that everyone was asking, where is the mother? Where is the mother? Because they didn't even think it was important to find the mother who was living or is living in the same area. The auntie, the cousin, the step-uncle, everyone was talking, but there was no sign of the mother. A mother's tender love never ceased towards the child. So why was the mother nowhere to be found when she was in the same area? You tell me that. You tell me that. Now, people were speculating that maybe the mother was crazy and then Jayden suddenly develop some craziness and just leave out of the house or just leave school and just gone so because him mad to like the mother. Or even slow, which could mean that she could be slightly retarded, and none of which is true. So, if people are still asking, where is the mother? Let me tell you, she is beautiful, smart, and clean. Her only problem is poverty. Maybe Jayden would have been the one who would have come up in life and bring her out of poverty. How many Jamaican children in the past have done that for the parents? Many. You know, today, just today, tears came to my eyes when I saw that poor woman, the mother of Jayden, shedding tears. Tears of pain, tears of regret, and tears of sorrow. I did not see her smiling like the auntie and the guardian was smiling. Why was the auntie smiling? Was she just nervous? Or was she trying to cover up her guilt? And this is why people suspect her. Maybe she's innocent. We don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that because she didn't bring that child into the world, she wasn't feeling that connection. Could be that the reason. People said Jayden's mother was hiding, but she wasn't hiding. The woman had no phone, according to L.A. Lewis. And L.A. Lewis gave her a phone. The auntie, step-uncle, and the rest of the family make excuses for the mother when people ask where she was. According to them, the mother is a hairdresser. And if she get a call to do hair, even in a Montego Bay, she have to go. And she's very busy. So no one don't see her. Why were they telling everyone this? Which wasn't the truth. The woman was around. The woman can't do nothing. The woman is in too much pain. And yet still they're making that flimsy excuse. According to Jayden's mother, no one told her that Jayden was missing. Is a friend called her the following day after Jayden was missing and tell her that didn't even have the slightest respect for that woman because she's poor and she's a nobody. Let's put it this way by Jamaican terms. Poverty is a crime. How do they claim they love Jayden so much and something so serious happened and they did not think it was important to contact the mother? This is alleged that Jayden told his friend that he was not going to take the taxi home because he was going to meet his cousin after school. People were speculating that it could have been cousin from his mother's side. But in the interview with L.A. Lewis, the mother said that Jayden knew none of his cousin from her side. So who is this cousin? Let's do some detective work here. The cousin from America denied making any arrangement to meet Jayden. And according to the family, the teenage cousin that belonged to the auntie was at the hospital. I believe we might be missing a point here. So which cousin he was going to meet? Could it be the cousin of the deceased aunt? It warrants further investigation to determine if the cousin of the baby or anyone else was involved in Jayden's disappearance. Now, a big question. Why did the mother only learn that Jayden was missing after a friend called her? Imagine the mother was not informed by the family or the authorities, which really suggests poor communication within the family community. And this lack of awareness point to potential neglect or disorganization in handling the case, raising concerns about how serious the family or authorities were taking this situation. Now, we keep asking the same question over and over because this is the big puzzle. And if they can find this out, figure this out, they can solve the case. Who was Jayden planning to meet? And why does the family deny knowing whichever cousin he says he was going to meet? Anyhow, them figure that out, the case is solved. Jayden reportedly told a friend he would meet his cousin after school instead of taking the taxi home. Jayden's mother told L.A. Lewis he did not know any of his cousins from her side, and the cousin from America denied making arrangements to meet Jayden. This discrepancy, it raised questions, man, about who the cousin was and whether someone else was involved, or even some other cousin, as I mentioned earlier, because something is wrong. Now, should the focus be taken away from the auntie and the daughter and placed somewhere else? And maybe that's why they don't know where Jayden is yet, because maybe the auntie and the cousin are innocent and too much focus is on them. They should broaden their horizon. Yes, keep the focus on them, but try to figure out if there's someone else involved in the picture. And another thing that I see some bloggers are saying, and I have to ask that question too, is poverty affecting the case? Hearing the mother's story with 7 children, Jayden being the 4th child, that poverty could be a significant factor. The mother's poverty is her only problem, and her inability to communicate or participate fully in the investigation may be linked to her economic situation. You are poor, so you are invisible. Poverty can hinder access to resources, like she didn't have a phone, and influence how cases are handled in Jamaica. Now, me go ask a lot of questions though, you know. Now, why is community suspicion high, and how does it affect the investigation? One of the reasons why the community is suspicious, mainly because of the family's secrecy and the mother's absence at the time. So now that she's there, people can see her. At least one part of the puzzle is solved and she come out and she speak out. Because while community involvement can be helpful, suspicion might also lead to false accusations or hinder objective investigation unless properly managed. And I will not outrightly accuse anyone. I believe we should wait and see. We should hope for good investigation. What do you think should be the next step in the investigation? Law enforcement should prioritize interviewing the mother, because even though the mother is innocent, she can maybe fit a little part of the puzzle and say, this did happen in 1920, in 1930. I'm just exaggerating. And all other family members retrace Jayden's steps. Start from the night of the accident and verify the identity and plans of the cousin Jayden intended to meet. Forensic analysis, community tips, and surveillance footage should also be useful. How can the family's privacy and emotional state be protected while ensuring an effective investigation? Yes, authorities and community members should support the family emotionally, providing counseling and privacy. And when I say the family, this should include Jayden mother and Jayden siblings. The 4-year-old Jayden sister or brother keep asking Jayden mother, "Mommy, is Jayden dead?" Even the 4-year-old is trying to piece things together. And they say like all the police them have the footage and them can't see it. But transparency about the progress can help build trust. But also at the time, people should respect their grief and their privacy, because this is a crucial time and it will cause trauma. You see the mother? The mother, every time she eats, she cry. She's in pain. Now, the case of Jayden raised a lot of questions about investigation, the family dynamics and the community perceptions central to the case are concerns about the thoroughness of law enforcement, the role of family, and the social factors influencing the situation. When you go back again and ask, why was the mother not interviewed? It's like a slip up. If they don't interview the mother, who lives right there, you think that they're going to hear say somebody spot him a Montego Bay and go down there, go interview that person in Montego Bay? No. That little girl that her father unalive a couple of weeks ago, the ex-girlfriend of that man went to the police station and report the man, and them say bring the child. The child didn't want to go because the child don't understand and didn't know it was that important. And where is the child today? Where is that child today? This is how the police them operate. This is how them operate. Them just interview few people and them gone sit down a station and play dominoes, because that's all I can say. Because when it comes to children can't defend themselves. And yet still, they should have fired every single policeman at that station with that little girl, who send the woman to bring the child in, instead of then go to the yard, go investigate the daddy. And where's the child now? The child is no more. Maybe if then they do the right investigation from that Saturday, Jayden would have been found. Jayden would have been here. Imagine the communication breakdown, where the mother only learned of Jayden's disappearance after a friend called her, indicating possible neglect or poor communication with the family. It's like they don't respect her. Yes, she have a picnic and she poor. And she don't nobody. She go her picnic. And I tell you, the mother says she regret. She asked him for forgiveness. Ask him to come home to mommy. Ask him, tell him that she's sorry she gave him away. Was this a planned meeting with the cousin? because his friend said that's what Jayden says. And I don't think that person is lying. Who a lie? If Jayden was such a good child as they say he is, it doesn't sound like Jayden would lie. It doesn't sound like he would lie. And I will forever say that the police them should start all over again. Even though this thing get cold, them should conduct comprehensive interview with every members, every family, and even take in some of the neighbors them and question them too. And them need to verify the identity of whichever cousin it is and plans for the cousin Jayden intended to meet. Because any cousin he meet, it have to be on the auntie side. Because according to the mother, Jayden know none of the cousin on the mother's side. And forensic analysis and surveillance should be employed to gather clues. The community, it look like them tired. It looks like those family members, they know as much as you see them are going, they know well loved in there in that district. And to tell what type of family that is, to tell what type of family, nobody don't have to ask because them attack themselves. Imagine you come from somewhere, your mother lives somewhere, you're in America. The first thing you would want to do is come home, go around a kitchen, go roast some yam, go cook some kalaloo and some ackee and fry some fish. And you tell me, since 2021, you come to Jamaica every year and you don't visit your mother house. You go upon the mother job. Go check the mother. What kind of family is that? But you know, the shocking thing is, that's not good enough for you. But when your husband gone pan training, and you don't have nobody to keep your picnic, you send it come same place, that's all. If that was a close-knitted family, a decent family, a respectable family, that's how where she would have come when she come to Jamaica. The disappearance of Jayden Smith is a complex case. And this case here, it intertwined with family, social and economic factors. While the suspicion and questions are natural, a focused, compassionate, and methodical investigation is essential to uncover the truth and ensure Jayden's safe return. And I am telling you, I am not even sure if we should hold out hope, because this is like hope beyond hope. Anyway, guys, if you have watched the video this far, make sure you say a prayer for Jayden and pray for Jayden to come home safely. And make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, and I will see you back here in my next YouTube video.
Bye.